Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to learn about foundational compute services in Microsoft Azure. By the end of this video, we will let you know what is cloud computing, what is Microsoft Azure and its resources, what Azure Compute Services is working for, and how other Azure virtual machines work, the workflow of deploying a containerized web app, and also there is a step-by-step mini demo on creating a containerized web app. Proceeding to the next slide.
What is cloud computing? So, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services over the internet instead of using local hardware. It provides faster innovation, scalable resources, and cost savings because users only pay for what they use. It includes key services like compute, networking, storage, and analytics, enabling businesses to manage data and applications efficiently from anywhere. Next slide. So, what is Microsoft Azure? Microsoft Azure is a cloud platform that helps build, deploy, and manage applications using Microsoft's global data centers. It offers services like computing power, storage, networking, and analytics. Azure allows companies to scale resources easily, improve performance, and reduce infrastructure costs, making it one of the leading cloud service providers. Next slide. So, what are Azure resources? Azure resources are tools and services used to create cloud solutions. Examples are virtual machines for computing, storage accounts for data, virtual networks for connectivity, SQL databases for structured data, app services for hosting applications, and functions for serverless code execution. These all resources help to build secure and scalable cloud applications. Next slide.
So now I would like to talk about the compute services that are available and offered by Microsoft Azure. So Azure Compute is actually an on-demand computing service that provides access to a variety of computing resources, such as disks, processors, memory, networking, and operating systems. So there are a variety of services offered by Microsoft Azure. So a few of those are mentioned in the slide in the front. So we have virtual machines, we have app services, we have container instances. So we would learn more about these three specifically in this session, and the remaining two, Azure Kubernetes services and Windows virtual machines, can be checked out later. So we are also going to have a demo on container instances, so be sure to stay tuned for that. So moving on.
So I'll be talking about Azure virtual machines. So they are essentially computers which are running on the cloud. They work like a physical system which are having their own processor, memory, storage, and network interface. But everything is virtualized and hosted by Microsoft Azure. The biggest advantage here is that you can install an operating system, configure software, and customize the entire environment as you want. This makes Azure virtual machines perfect for hosting applications, running development and testing environments, or even replacing on-premise servers. Sits in an infrastructure as a service offering. You only pay for the virtual machine resources you use, and you can scale them up or down depending on demand. Next slide. So whatever I'll be talking about Azure App Services also. It is a fully managed platform designed to build and deploy web apps and APIs without worrying about infrastructure. Unlike virtual machines, you don't need to manage the operating system, patches, or scaling. Azure does all of that automatically. You can simply upload your application where it's built in .NET, Node.js, Python, Java, or PHP, and Azure handles deployment, security, backups, and monitoring. This makes app services ideal for teams who want to focus on more on writing code rather than managing servers. Next slide. So what are Azure Container Services? They allow developers to run applications inside lightweight, isolated environments, which are called the containers. Unlike virtual machines, containers don't require a full operating system. This makes them extremely fast to start, portable, and efficient. Azure provides multiple ways to run containers like Azure Container Instances, Azure Kubernetes Services, and web apps for containers. These all services make it easy for deploying microservices scale applications and move containers workloads between the environments with very little effort. Next slide.
So now that we have gained a thorough understanding of what are the compute services offered by Microsoft Azure, and we also have learnt about the several offerings available on it. So let us do a hands-on demonstration on deploying Azure Container Services. So first of all, we would be using the Azure portal over here to create and deploy a simple Docker container with having a Linux image on it. So there are essentially two steps. First is to create the container instance, and then to deploy the container instance, and then to test it. So let's see how this can be done. So we'll just move on to the demonstration at this point of time. Just a minute. So we are right now in the Azure portal. So over here you can see the container instances that are available. So I've already set up one earlier, but I can show you from the beginning how we can set it up. So first of all, we go to container instances. So right here, or you can even search it in the search bar right here. You can go and search for container. You can go for container apps if that's what you prefer. So now that we are at the create container app page, so you need a subscription essentially. So a subscription, you can select whichever subscription is available with you, or you can select, or you can create a new subscription for it. The resource group that I have selected, you can select any resource group at this point of time. If you do not have a resource group, you would be required to create a new resource group for it. Then you can give a unique container app name. So this name actually helps to uniquely identify your container from all the others that are present right there. You can you have these several options that are available for you. You want to maybe use Azure functions, then you can enable this optimize for Azure functions button, but I'll leave it empty. So it depends on which container image you have. So I have a container image that I'm going to select as a predefined one. You can select the region, and then you can define the container app environment on this. So whichever environment you have over here, you can start, and then you can create all those things. But at this point of time, I already have a container image right now. So over here I have an instance. So let's see. So we have the demo SMA instance right here. So from this instance, you can identify all the needed details regarding where your container image is loaded and all these things. So over here in the overview page, this one I have already created earlier. So you have this IP address, so I can copy it and I can actually paste it right here. And it is going to show welcome to Azure Container Instances. So we can see that our container instance is running successfully. And if you want, you can just deploy any other application that you have on your container and serve the traffic to the customers. That would be very helpful. So yeah, that's it. And I hope you guys like the demonstration, and such that these demonstrations should happen in the future as well. Please, we request you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you.